Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Williston Sports Station, your home for all things Williston athletics. Tonight, we are bringing you the 13 seed Williston Red Devils traveling to Fort White to take on the Indians, who are a 12 seed. The Indians are coming off of an upset of the J Royals. The Red Devils are coming off an upset of the Chiefland Indians. Both teams will attempt to win this regional final to make it to the state semifinals on their way to the villages for a state title. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by multiple title sponsors tonight who have made sure to help us in our quest to purchase the media rights for Williston High School football during the playoffs. You'll see those title sponsors along the bottom of the screen for the entire night. We also have multiple shout-out sponsors. If you're watching the stream, if you're a fan of Williston and you'd like to hear your own shout-out on stream, feel free to message me and send me a shout-out sponsorship via Venmo, and we can make that happen live during the game. The FHSAA charges us $500 per broadcast for media rights. Anything left over after we've paid all the invoices for the Red Devil playoff run is going to be donated back to the Williston Red Devil football team. Your title sponsors tonight include Frank and Nancy Etheridge, who wanted to make sure to say congratulations to Annabelle Whitehurst and number 15 Willie Whitehurst. Gator Dun Tile LLC and the Seal family, call them for all of your flooring and tile needs. John and Lisa Jazikoff, who wanted to say congrats to their QB number 14, John, love Papa and Mima. Capital City Bank with Mr. Todd Etheridge, right there in Williston, Florida, next to the Chinese restaurant across the street from Bubba Q's. You can call them at 352-528-LEVY. Twice the Ice and Miss Deborah Jones, thank you. They wanted to make sure to say go Red Devils and make sure to stop by their ice machine when you need to fill up the cooler. Mr. Craig Boss, the Florida Farm Bureau insurance agent right there in Williston. You can call them about any of your property and casualty insurance needs at 352-529-1188. The Levy County Prevention Coalition and the Friday Nights Done Right program. Thank you to Mr. Jonathan Lewis and Miss Dee Dee McLeod. And then also brought to you by myself, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Robert Matt. My office number is 352-512-9715. We have multiple shout-out sponsors tonight still, like Mr. Timmy Kane and his farrier services. And he wanted to say go Big Red and can't wait for us to dominate on the hardwood as well. Mr. Brandon Kendall, who wanted to make sure that all of our Red Devil fans knew that it's DJ Lagway for Heisman 2025, so that's his shout-out. And go Big Red, time to beat Fort White. And then Judge Joe Smith, who wanted to say all of the Knowles fans in Williston are supporting Red Devils here tonight, too. The rights to this broadcast of the regional final and the 2024 FHSAA Class Rural Football Championships have been granted to the Williston Sports Station by the Florida High School Athletic Association and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our viewing audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida High School Athletic Association is prohibited. The FHSAA would also like to remind you that sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship is respect for the game and those who play it. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship. Play strong, play hard, play fair. This message provided by this station and the FHSAA. You have multiple ways to watch tonight. If you have the YouTube app on your big screen TV, you can take advantage of a 1080p enhanced stream. If you would like to watch on your phone and participate in chats, you can do that with our vertical stream, where it's designed for you to watch it vertically on your phone and be able to type and talk a little smack in the chat. You may also watch on Facebook. This is our second Facebook live stream that is available on your phone, or if you have Chromecast or anything else to put it up on the TV,
having pride in your school,
you can watch it in
your team,
1080p there.
and yourself. Sportsmanship is having respect for the game and those who play it. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship. Play strong, play hard, play fair.
Looks like the PA announcers here at Fort White are just running a hair behind us, but please make sure to share across social media that the kickoff for the game is estimated to be at 7:15 p.m. instead of 7:30 p.m. So this game might get started a little bit earlier than you expected, but we were bringing the stream to you earlier than the kickoff, so we're hopefully all on the same page there, and if you're tuned in already, then you'll be able to keep up. I'd like to thank a couple of folks who are going to try to keep us updated on scores around the area and around the rest of Florida high school football. Mr. Charles Jackson planned on dropping some knowledge for us in the chat as he's getting all of the scores from around the area. If you happen to see an update that you want us to share on stream, make sure to drop it in the chat. Also, if you're watching tonight, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and like this stream. It will help anybody else who is a high school football fan find this stream without necessarily knowing exactly that it exists. The YouTube algorithm likes to see likes and subscribes. Subscribing is completely free. If you hit the little bell icon, that will also notify you when we go live or upload videos onto the channel. We've talked to Coach Irvin a little bit about being able to bring some good high quality broadcast of basketball games. So that will be coming in the near future.
Hawaii Nation, tonight, another opportunity to help Davic Castle. Down by the home concession stand, there's a raffle for a 36-inch
Blackstone griddle.
Blackstone griddle. Please visit the table and take a chance at winning the raffle tonight. Drawing will be third quarter.
I'd like to thank the Fort White Indians for their hospitality this evening. They have made sure to provide us a spot to be able to broadcast this game for you. They've also run us a little bit of power and made sure to support us in our effort to bring football for Williston Red Devil athletes to anybody on the World Wide Web. If you have a family member playing on the squad and some of the video shows them making a highlight, you can share the stream on X with timestamps so you can show it off to family and friends, or maybe coaches at the next level who'd like to see them making those plays. If you're a family member and would like to get some of the raw footage, after the season, I'm going to be uploading it all onto Google Drive, so I'll be able to share links for you guys to be able to send out raw footage of your athlete's performance. Because thanks to Central Florida Electric, at least my parents' house has fiber so far, so that'd be easy to upload, a couple 100 gigabytes of video.
The FHSAA
Although Central Florida Electric may be getting mad at me about all the uploading I'll do, right?
Without prior approval is prohibited. If you are live streaming this event without approval, it may result in sanctions against you and your school. Thank you for your cooperation.
Don't worry, Williston Sports Station fans, I've already gotten an invoice for our media rights. So we've got that signed permission and they charged me $500 already, so we're good. And I made sure that the athletic director of Fort White had a copy of the signed paperwork, knowing that I had vouched for it there. The winner of this game most likely has a trip to Hawthorne in the near future. Although Hawthorne and their Hornet Sports Network isn't broadcasting tonight because the NFHS actually owns the first rights to those games, and the NFHS is broadcasting live from Hawthorne this evening. If you're watching on Facebook, we have a couple of interactive features that we've added in there, like a couple of questions like, hey, do you think Williston's going to win? Do you have a score prediction for tonight? And don't forget to like whatever stream you're on by tagging that little thumbs up button. If you're watching on YouTube and you're not subscribed, that's actually the normal thing because my YouTube analytics show that about 70% of you are not subscribed whenever you're tuned in. It is completely free to subscribe and will help the YouTube algorithm find other folks like you who are fans of high school football and want to see live high school football brought to you, especially in the playoffs where it's win or go home. So just a reminder that tonight is brought to you from your title sponsors. So if you see any of the Etheridge family, especially Mr. Frank, Miss Nancy, or Mr. Todd out and about in town, please make sure to shake their hand and say thank you. You can also see Mr. Todd at Capital City Bank.
Posting pictures from tonight's game on your social media accounts, tag the FHSAA and we'll retweet and share it. Follow the FHSAA on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat by searching for FHSAA. You can also like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/FHSAA Facebook.com/FHSAA. On the site, you can keep up with teams and people who strive to make high school athletics in the state of Florida the best. That's Facebook.com/FHSAA.
If some of y'all could do me a favor and maybe tag the FHSAA in our live stream, maybe they'll retweet it out for us or share it for us. But I'm busy throwing on an extra jacket because it's pretty cold up here right now. I even brought an extra pair of jogger pants to throw on over my other jogger pants. And I've got a big old pair of gloves just in case I get to be really, really cold. And one of the things that I've found out about getting a little older and having a hip injury like I have is when it gets down to 40 degrees, you start hating life a little bit. I say that jokingly as I'm sitting here in the metal bleachers ready for kickoff. Hey, thanks, Sam, for sharing the video. Appreciate you. Well, it looks like almost everybody is ready for this game to get started. We're just waiting on the official kickoff. While we're waiting on kickoff, let's preview a little bit of what's happening tomorrow in college football. Want to give a shout out to Randy and Vivian for sending me the tickets to take the kids to the Ole Miss Florida game tomorrow at noon. We'll be in the south end zone watching DJ Lagway start his 2025 Heisman campaign early when he hopefully upsets the Rebels. Right now, though, in college football on ESPN2, UTSA is beating Temple 7-0. But in the other matchup at noon that it seems like a lot of people will probably be watching, not just the Gator fans watching the Gators and Ole Miss. You've got a top 5 matchup in the shoe. So if you got any predictions on that, feel free to leave those in the chat. Later on tonight, you also have UNLV taking on San Jose State. Tomorrow you have the Hurricanes taking on Wake Forest Demon Deacons. You have SMU traveling to take on the Cavaliers of Virginia. Georgia's going to be facing a stiff test from UMass. Tennessee Volunteers are playing UTEP. Kentucky and Texas square off as well. Shedeur Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes are going to get a little 3:30 matchup against the Jayhawks. But let's take a look at the rural bracket. Right now, my rural bracket that I predicted is perfect. So we'll see if it remains perfect after tonight. In the upper division, Mayo travels to Hawthorne for a Hornets versus Hornets matchup. The Hokie Blue Devils are traveling right down the road to Lake Butler to take on the Union County Tigers. And Bluntstown is traveling to Boot Hill to take on Madison County Cowboys.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Arrowhead Stadium for regional tournament competition in the 2024 FHSAA Rural Class Football Regional Championship. The FHSAA reminds you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is accorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show as you watch tonight's game. This is a regional championship contest between the Williston Red Devils and the Fort White Indians. The Red Devils, with a record of 7 wins and 4 losses, are coached by Robbie Pruitt and his 42nd year of coaching. The Indians, with a record of 6 wins and 4 losses, are coached by Demetric Jackson in his 18th year of coaching.
We are set up to bring you the action from about the 43-yard line.
Please
So we're
stand
just slightly
as we
off center.
honor America with the playing of our national anthem, performed tonight by the Fort White Warrior Band.
I'm going to take off my hat and headset. All right. That is the
The
end
officials
of that
for
point.
tonight's game are from the Mid-Florida Officials Association in Ocala, Florida. The referee is Richard Howard Sr., umpire Bernard Smith, line judge Ronnie Risby, head linesman Thomas Thagart, back judge Jerry Cummings, side judge Adrian Wicker, field judge Carlos Rodriguez, game clock operator John Springs, play clock operator Al Summers. Tonight's captains for the Indians, number 0, LaCosta Bird, number 6, Hayden McCroy, and number 55, James Samario. For Williston, number 1, Ezekiel Taylor, number 6, Timothy Taylor Jr., number 14, John Jazikoff, and number 22, Jamari Williams.
So Williston will start off on offense. Which, with the performance of the Williston defense recently, if they can come out and score on the opening drive, that could end up being the difference in the game with the defensive performance that have been turned in lately.
The Red
Here come the Red Devils.
Williston High School. And here come your Indians.
So in a playoff battle in a matchup of 4 lost teams, the 5th loss is the one that will end somebody's season. Who's going to get that 5th loss is a question we're going to find out the answer to. In just a few moments.
Back to receiver Williston, number 3, Giovanni Wright. Number 8, Maverick Jones. Kicking off for the Indians, number 82, Brantley Bass.
And the kick is off. Fielded inside the 20 by the Red Devils, who have split the entire special teams unit of the Indians. And this is going inside the 20 all the way to the house for a Red Devil touchdown.
Kickoff taken by number 0, Amari
Walker with a giant play to start
touchdown.
the game for the Red Devils. And the Red Devils will get a 6-0 lead 15 seconds into the ballgame. That will send out Ryan Gagne and his special teams unit. Looks like John Jazikoff is making sure we get our 11th personnel on the field.
Point, number 9, Ryan Gagne.
All right, guys, y'all got to let me know something in the chat. How awesome was that? Speaking of plays that you would want to have family members have a record of and tag somebody to show them the speed for the next level. There's one right there. Good snap. Good hold, it looked like. Kick makes it 3.
Gagne's extra point is good.
And the Red Devils take a 7-0 lead. So the Devils have started slow in a couple of other ball games leading up to this point and explode out to a lead early.
Back for the Indians, number 28, Tegan Bell. Number 8, Jaden Jackson. Kicking off for the Red Devils, number 9, Ryan Gagne.
Miss James, thanks for sharing the post. I saw Iman Robinson also shared the video as well. Thank you guys. Ryan approaches the ball, kicks it deep inside the 10-yard line for Fort White, and he is stopped right at about the 20.
Kickoff is taken by number 8, Jake Jackson. Brought down by number 2, Jaden Manna.
In fact, the ball is being marked right on the 20-yard line, where it will be first and 10 for the Indians.
On the 20-yard line.
Red Devils have their starting 11 out on defense. The Indians are coming out and line it up right on the ball. And shotgun with a back to the right, twins to the right, and a handoff is faked. And the Indians have picked up first down off of their first run from scrimmage on the zone read.
Jackson keeps the ball. The result of the play is a first down, first and 10 on the Indian 39-yard line.
There you heard it. It's a gain of 19 out to the 39-yard line for the Indians. The Indians come out with a pistol back and shotgun, twins to the right, turns around and hands it off to the right, and picks up another first down after a gain of 12 to get to the 49-yard line of the Red Devils.
Ezekiel Taylor. The result of the play is an Indian first down.
Make it 12, and it's 13, and it's out to the 40-yard line. A little bit of single wing football from the Indians, something that the Red Devils are pretty familiar with, and it's a gain of 5 on the run to the strong side,
brought down by number 2, Jaden Manna,
where it will be second down and 5.
It'll be second down and 4.
Matt, thanks for sharing the video for us. Help getting it out there to other Red Devil fans. And play action pass is completed on what looks to be a pass attempt that's going to get
brought down by number 2,
just shy of the first down. Third down and 1 yard to go.
Third down and 1 yard.
Handoff to the right side is going to pick up the first down on a gain of 1.5 to 2 yards.
The Costa Bird brought down by number 8, Maverick Jones. The play results in an Indian first down.
And we are
First and
slightly
10
off on the
from
clock
the
here, so let's get the
37-yard line of Williston.
clock matched up with the stadium. Handoff up the middle is going to get 4 yards. We're
Bird
looking at
hands
second
off to
down
the
and
Costa Bird,
6.
brought down by number 99, Javian Donald. Flag on the play. Penalty is false start on the Indians.
There was not enough men on the line of scrimmage before that run. So it's an illegal procedure rather than a false start.
To the 42-yard line. It'll be first down and 15.
The receiver on the left-hand side forgot to check in. So first and 15 instead of second and 6. Jet motion across the formation leads us into a single wing look where Mr. Taylor is going to help divert it back into
Jackson
the rest of his defense.
Noah Robinson.
And we're going to credit them back to the line of scrimmage, second and 15. Saw Miss Deborah Jones say hey in the chat and go Big Red, and want to say thank you for joining us as a title sponsor tonight with Twice the Ice. Thank you, thank you. Open. It's an interception by the Red Devils. And that is behind the rest of the bench, so we're unable to tell you exactly what happened, but the Red Devils have come up with the ball. And that is a Red Devil first down from the 40-yard line.
Possession first and 10 from their 40-yard line.
So things seem to be going the Red Devils' way early and often here in Fort White. After the opening kickoff return for a touchdown, we've now come out with a wing to the right. Oh, and a fumble. Ball's on the ground. It looks like the Red Devils have recovered, and that's going to be second down. But it's a loss of 1.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Red Devils. By number
it looked
16,
like there was a big run lane opening up on the right side of the offensive line. So that loss of 1 is more like a loss of 21 with the size of the hole that had opened up on that side.
Timeout, Williston.
All right, Williston takes a timeout. It's first one of the first half.
Florida high school sports, including results of all rounds in the 2024 FHSAA football championships, visit FHSAA.com, the official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association. That's www.fhsaa.com. Catch live and on-demand postseason coverage of Florida high school sports at www.nfhsnetwork.com. Brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA.
Well, you heard them, folks. Some of the things I have to read, the public address announcer is helping me out with, but you're watching the 2024 FHSAA Football Regional Final on Williston Sports Station. Whether it's on YouTube in the horizontal format, the vertical format, or if you're on Facebook, thank you for joining us tonight. And also make sure to thank your title sponsors that you see at the bottom of the screen. And Jamari takes a big run up the middle. There's that 21 we were talking about.
Gagne hands off to number 22, Jamari Williams, brought down by number 16, Deshaun Lally. The play results in a first down for Williston. Flag on the play.
Sideline warning against the Indians.
Sideline warning against the Indians. First and 10 from the 39-yard line of the Indians.
Red Devils line up in a T and hand it off to Amarian Walker, who gets a small gain.
Gagne hands off to number 0, Amarian Walker.
And it looks like the offensive line, led by Mr. Ridgway, is trying to establish its offensive identity, and Fort White is not letting them do it.
Be second down and 8.
That's going to be an interesting matchup as the game progresses, especially if you like offensive and defensive line play like I do, as a former offensive lineman at Williston. I always enjoy that sort of stuff. And on the counter play, Williston picks up a short gain. The counter play for Williston usually either goes for a short gain or a big
down
push.
by number 0, the Costa Bird, for a gain of 2 yards.
It's third down. And even though Mr. Gagne has a big leg, we're outside of his range for a field goal. Jazikoff dropped back and just doesn't get the connection on the pass out to the flat on the right-hand side.
Pass intended by number 12, Bryson Willis. Pass is incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And official timeout for water break.
Official timeout. Tonight's first quarter is sponsored
The officials try to take a timeout for a water break as close to the middle of each quarter. So in case this is something you're not familiar with, it's something that is done in the high school level to help make sure everybody gets plenty of water to drink.
The winner of this game advances to next week's state semifinal game, where it will face the winner of the game between the number 9 ranked Lafayette High School and number 1 Hawthorne High School. Check FHSAA.com for the site and time of this game.
And depending on if the Williston Red Devils win and the NFHS doesn't pick that up, then we'll be looking to partner with the Hornet Sports Network on a broadcast from Hawthorne.
Number 8, Jackson back for the punt. Punting for the Red Devils. Number 9, Ryan Gagner.
And it's a fake. Jamari gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage, though, on the initial contact, and it looks like may have only picked up about 1 yard.
Williams brought down short of the first down. There'll be a turnover of downs. First and 10, Indians.
All right, Indians are taking over on offense. But if we have to obtain rights next week, that's a good segue to remind you that the rights to this webcast of the regional final and the 2024 FHSAA Class Rural Football Championships have been granted to the Williston Sports Station by Florida High School Athletic Association and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our viewing audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida High School Athletic Association is prohibited. Handoff to the right side is met at the line of scrimmage.
Jackson hands off to number 0, Bird. Brought down by number 28, Noah Robinson. For no gain, it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Indians.
Fort White comes out in a 5-wide spread. And pass is incomplete to the left-hand side. The wheel was open on the post wheel to the near side,
Jackson
so
pass intended for number
hopefully
16,
the
Sean
secondary
Lowry. Ball's incomplete.
makes note
It'll
of
bring
that.
up 3rd down and 10.
Fort White comes out in the same formation, and there's a false start against
Flag on the
Indian.
play.
So back them up 5 and make it 2nd and 15.
False start against the Indians. That'll move the ball back 5 yards. Bring up 3rd and 15.
Oh, 3rd and 15. Huh. That's right. My bad. Before the order.
Flag
And
on the play.
Tim Taylor forces the
Jackson's
throw
pass
early.
is incomplete.
Flag on the play. It's thrown in the area of holding. If that's the case, it's most likely a decline penalty and 4th down with a punt coming up. And it is holding against the Indians.
Holding against the Indians. Penalty is declined. It'll bring up 4th down. Back to punt for the Indians. Number 20, 27, Max Aolson. Back deep, number 3, Giovanni Wright for the Red Devil.
Good snap. Kick is away. And the Red Devils will take over on their own 40-yard line.
Number 28, Tegan Bell.
With 3 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the first quarter, the Red Devils hold a 7-0 lead over the Fort White Indians.
Red Devils will
During this break, we would like to remind you that
10.
sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship is respect for the game and those who play it. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship. Handoff up the middle. Goes for a 1st down.
Handoff to number
carried
22,
by Mr. Jamari Williams.
Down by number 0, Lacosta Bird.
Play strong, play hard, play fair.
Play results
This
in a
message
1st
provided
down,
by
1st
this
and
station
10
and
for
the
the Red Devils on the
FHSAA.
50-yard line.
Jazikoff with a bootleg off to the right. Completes the pass out to the flat. Looks to have picked up enough yardage for another 1st down for the Red Devils.
Pass is complete to number 22, Jamari Williams. The play results in a 1st down for the Red Devils.
And the PA announcer being able to eyeball that, not me, means I need to get back to my eye doctor or I need a spotter to help me keep up with it. So any of you Williston Red Devil football fans who would like to contact me about possibly being the spotter for next season, DM me or email me at robert.mack@willistonsportstation.com.
Number 12, Bryson Willis, brought down by number 5, Gary Brinson for the Indians.
And Mr. Willis picks up a sizable gain on 1st down to make it 2nd down and 4. Williston comes out with 2 backs and 2 receivers.
Flag on the play.
I didn't see anything right off the bat that makes me understand what the call is, but it looks like it was a neutral zone infraction.
Offsides on the Indians.
So the Red Devils are going to have a first down
Will be 5-yard
via
mark
penalty.
off. The result of the penalty is a first down for the Red Devils.
Williston is well within the range of Mr. Gagne's leg now, so let's see if we can't punch it into the end zone. The initial contact is made at the line of scrimmage and gets a gain of about 2 after the second effort.
By a host of Indians. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Red Devils.
All right, Dad's tuned in and watching from all the way in Indiana. Thanks for dropping a comment in the chat and letting us know. Handoff to the right-hand side, so Marion Walker is going to get us enough yardage for another first down.
Handoff to number 0, Marion Walker. Play results in a Red Devil first down.
Speaking of Gary, Oliver and Owen may be watching at your house there in Williston. And they could be watching a beautiful run by Jamari Williams, who's going to get in for 6.
Yankees hand off to number 22, Jamari Williams. The play results in a Williston touchdown. And to attempt the extra point, number 9, Ryan Gang.
Williston jumps out to a 2-touchdown lead, trying to make it 14, pending the extra point by Mr. Gagne. Good snap, good hold, and a great kick by Mr. Gagne.
Extra point is good.
2-0. Williston has come out with a fast start.
Would like to send a special thank you to Santa Fe Ford for their continued support of Fort White football. As a reminder to Wahi Nation, tonight you have a chance to participate in a raffle for a 36-inch Blackstone griddle. Tickets can be purchased by the home concession stand. Drawing will take place during the 3rd quarter.
Right before kickoff, I'd like to say thank you to our title sponsors tonight, Frank and Nancy Etheridge, who wanted to say congratulations to their cheerleader, Annabelle Whitehurst, and their freshman standout, number 15, Willie Whitehurst.
Back deep for the Indians, number 8,
Also brought to you by Gator Dun Tile LLC and the Seal family.
Tegan Bell.
And John and Lisa Jazikoff, who wanted to say congrats, John, love Papa and Mima. By Capital City Bank and Mr. Todd Etheridge. Twice the Ice and Miss Deborah Jones. Mr. Craig Bost, your local Florida Farm Bureau insurance agent out of Williston. The Levy County Prevention Coalition and the Friday Nights Done Right program. And then myself, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Robert Mack. Mr. Gagne is set up to boot it away. And he kicks it deep inside the 10-yard line, where Fort White is going to be stopped after a gain of less than 10 on the kickoff return. And with 47 seconds left in the first quarter,
the Indians will take over on offense. On their 19-yard line.
We also have a couple of shout-out sponsors like Mr. Timmy Kane and Kane Farrier Services. Thank you, sir. Judge Joe Smith, who wanted to make sure to say, go Big Red, from all of him and his fellow Knoll fans that support the Red Devils. Pass out to the flat is complete for a gain of 4.
Jackson's pass is complete to number 1, Mike Peterson, brought down
It's
by
going
number
to be
3,
second
Giovanni
down.
Wright. Play results in a gain of 5 yards. Be second down and 5 for the Indians.
Shotgun snap. Big pressure in the middle of the field leads to an incomplete
Jackson's
pass.
pass intended for number 1, Mike Peterson. Pass is incomplete. That'll bring up third down and 5 for the Indians.
We also have another shout-out sponsor, Mr. Brandon Kendall, who's probably real happy with the defensive performance we're turning in tonight. So go Big Red, another former Williston football player. And that's another incomplete pass.
Jackson's pass intended for number 1, Mike Peterson.
The Red Devils have
Flag on
forced
the play.
a 3 and out and still have 10 seconds remaining. And
Roughing the passer is called against the Red Devils.
I missed that right there, but Fort White's going to get another set of downs off of the defensive penalty.
The flag is a 15-yard penalty, which results in an Indian first down. First and 10 from the Indian 39-yard line.
All right. Pistol back, shotgun, pass out to the flat is complete. Indians force a missed tackle and end up gaining 6 yards. It will be second down and 4, and that's the end of the first quarter.
That is the end of the quarter,
which will bring the teams to the opposite side of the field, with the Red Devils leading 14-0.
Tonight's game in the 2024 FHSAA Rural Classic Football Championship is sponsored by the Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSAA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle and senior high schools, all committed to ensuring that Florida's student athletes can compete fairly and equitably in an educational environment. The Florida High School Athletic Association, building leaders through teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship. The winner of this game advances to next week's state semifinal game, where it will face the winner of the game between the number 9th ranked Lafayette High School and the number 1 ranked Hawthorne High School. Check FHSAA.com for the site and time of this game.
All right, I'm trying to get a little score update from the Newberry High School and Bradford High School contest, where Newberry and Bradford are in start trying to
and 5 for the Indians on the 45-yard line.
Run it back and see if Newberry can go 2-0 against Bradford this season. Pass out to the flat on the left-hand side is stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be third down and 5.
McCrory, brought down by number 1, Ezekiel Taylor. For a short gain, it'll be third and 4.
There's fireworks going off in start, so I assume start just scored. Yep, they just made it 7-6, pending the extra point. Pass out to the flat is complete. Ooh, and that's going to be real close to a first down. That's going to be like a right foot or left foot spot sort of thing. And it's going to be short by about half a yard. Fourth down, and a big decision for the Indians. Fort White's decided to go for it. and they run QB lead. That's real close. And they're getting the first down yardage. Is what it looks like from the near side, Judge.
Jackson with the keeper. Play results in an Indian first down. First and 10 from the 49-yard line.
And the Red Devils were about a foot away from
timeout called by the Indians.
Forcing a turnover on downs.
Good sports programs need good officials. You can stay connected to interscholastic competition by becoming an FHSAA contest official. There's a need for officials at all levels and all sports. You can help fill those needs. We invite you to join the thousands of men and women in the FHSAA Contest Officials Program who play vital roles in the integrity of interscholastic competition. If you are interested, contact the Florida High School Athletic Association office in Gainesville or visit the official's website at becomeanofficial.com.
You're watching the 2024 FHSAA football
Tonight's
regional final on Williston Sports Station.
Construction and Missy Zecker of Remax
Tonight's
Professional.
game in the 2024 FHSAA Class Rural Football Championship is sponsored by the Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSAA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle and senior high schools, all committed to ensuring that Florida student athletes can compete fairly and equitably in an educational environment. Shotgun snap and a pass out to the left-hand side on a wide receiver screen. Is going to get a
Jackson's
touchdown
pass is
for
complete
the
to Mike Peterson. The play
Indian.
results in an Indian touchdown.
Wide receiver screen. Bust loose for a gain of over 50 yards.
In for the extra point, number 27, Max Ailson. Snapping in number 22, Wyatt Holt.
Indians are setting up to kick the extra point, and it is no good.
Extra point
Couldn't
is
tell if
no
it looked
good.
like it was blocked a little bit or if it was just a bad kick, but either way, the lead remains 8 for the Red Devils. And that is the first touchdown they've given up in 6
A
quarters.
special thank you to Mars
If I'm
Plumbing for
remembering
being
correctly.
a primary sponsor for Fort White football. Contact Mars Plumbing for all your plumbing needs. Fort White High School would like to read a special thank you to Santa Fe Ford for their continued support of Fort White football. D for the Red Devils, number 0, Maureen Walker, and number 3, Giovanni Wright. Kicking off for the Indians, number 27, Max Ailson.
And the kick is away. Fielded inside the 20. And stopped before he reaches the 30-yard line.
Maureen Walker with the return. Red Devils will begin first and 10 on the 28-yard line.
Average field position for Williston tonight seems to be pretty good, especially when the 28-yard line is their worst starting field position of the night. Handoff up the middle goes for a short gain. Give him credit for 4.
Handoff to number 22, Jamari Williams. Brought down by a host of Indians for a short gain. Second down and 7.
Red Devils come out in the wing tee. Handoff to the right side. Goes for a gain of 6. Just enough for a first down for the Red Devils.
Brought down by number 5, Darian Brenson. It'll be first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Red Devils hand off to the left side. Pick up a gain of 2. Second down and 8.
Hand off to number 12,
with the
Bryson
8-point
Willis,
lead.
brought down by number
Mr.
0,
Willis
LaCosta Bird.
on the short carry.
Be second down and 8.
First down kick or
Hand
goes
off to
for,
number
or excuse
0,
me, second
Amari
down
Walker.
carry goes for another 7 yards. Third down and 1.
Play will bring up third down and 1. Let's make some noise, Indians. Third down and 1.
And need for 1. Dials up a play that gets him about 17 instead. First down, Williston.
Amari Walker on the carry. The result of the play is a first down. First and 10 from the Indians' 37-yard line.
Devils are threatening to get back into the scoring range. Counter play to Mr. Penny. And again, picks up about 3 yards. And they're waiting on that to bust one for 33 pretty soon.
Brought down by number 5, Darian Brenson. Be second down and 8.
Red Devils come out in an unbalanced formation look. Hand it off to Mr. Williams. Picked up about 3.
Amari Walker with the carry, brought down by number 0.
Third down and 4.
LaCosta Bird. That'll bring up third down. Let's make some noise, Indian fans. It is third and 4.
Mr. Jazikoff drops back the pass and just doesn't hit
Pass
the
is incomplete,
receiver on the
Indians.
left-hand
That'll
side.
bring up fourth down. Fourth
From
and
this
4.
spot, Mr. Gagne would be looking at about 47. I'd feel better if it was about 5 to 10 yards closer. So I have a feeling this is going to be a fourth down, go for it attempt. Ryan's got a big leg, but 47 in this weather, it's a lot to ask for a high school kicker. Red Devils have enough yardage to pick up the first down, but there's a flag on the play, so we should anticipate this one to count back for holding.
The Red Devil.
Going to be a loss of 10. Probably going to bring out the punt unit.
Holding against the Red Devils. 10-yard penalty. Official timeout.
Official timeout for water break before the punt. During the water break, we'd like to remind you that if you found our stream either on Facebook or on YouTube, please make sure to go and visit the Facebook pages of our sponsors and give them a follow. Save their phone numbers and their businesses in your phone. And show the support to the local businesses that are supporting bringing your local sports to you on TV.
FHSAA.com for the site and time of this game. Another reminder that raffles are going on tonight down at the home concession stand. You can purchase tickets for a chance at a 36-inch Blackstone griddle and at a car. Drawing for the griddle will be during the third quarter.
Miss Walker, thanks for telling Miss Hires that who got that opening kickoff touchdown in the chat there. Appreciate you.
Number 8, Jaden Jackson.
If anybody has any score updates from around high school football, make sure to drop them in the chat for us and let's share them with everybody. I'd like to know how some of the other games are going as well.
Yeah.
They've got a clock adjustment here in the stadium, so I'm going to adjust our clock after Red Devil punt. Good snap. Kick is away. And Mr. Gagne gets it to go out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line.
Gagne's punt falls out of bounds.
And they are going to spot it at the 12. The amount of time that came off the clock actually made it exactly match with our clock. So, hey, I guess I got to do my job by just getting lucky. All right, Facebook crowd, how do you think the game's looking so far? Do you have any predictions on how it's going to finish? What sort of performances we can expect? Anything you want to drop in the chat, let us know. Indians come out and the pistol and run to the left-hand side to pick up a gain of 4. Actually, let's call it 5. It will be 2nd and 5.
Gain of 4 yards will be 2nd down and 6.
Indians get to the line quickly and have trips to the right-hand side. Hand off to the pistol back up the middle. Gets enough yardage for a first down out to the 30.
The play results in an Indian first down. First and 10 from the 30-yard line.
Same formation, but with the back set to the left side of the QB. And the pass is thrown to the left side, but it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass is incomplete to number 1, Mike Peterson. They'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Feels like the QBs are having a hard time establishing their throwing rhythm in the cold weather tonight. I can't say much. I'm wearing 2 pairs of socks and 2 jackets, so I feel them on that. Trips to the right side of the formation, pistol back, handoff up the middle is stopped for a gain of 1.
Handoff to number
Looking
3,
at third and long.
Gardner, brought down by number 11, Danny Burchett. Be third down and 8.
Danny making a great fill to stop the run on the pistol back running up the middle, which they've done a few times out of that formation, so I'm sure he's getting a good look at it. Oh, and there is an attempt at a screen that just gets blown up in the backfield by
incomplete.
the rush. It's going to be 4th and long for the Indians.
4th down and 8 for the Indians. Back to punt, number 27, Max Ailson. Back for the Red Devils, number 3, Giovanni Wright.
Gio Wright's back deep for the punt. Snap is back to the punter. Gio calls for a fair catch, which he will take at the 43-yard line of the Red Devils.
Takes the punt for a fair catch.
4 minutes, 3 seconds left in the first half. The Red Devils take over on offense with a 14-6 advantage. And they will attempt to make the lead a 2-possession game before the end of the first half.
Time to get on your feet and make some noise for your defense.
Well, you can tell I'm in the home stands because that's like some CFB 25 stadium pulse type stuff going on here with the camera. Handoff to the left side. And Amarian Walker gets a gain of 9. Oh, we're giving him 10 and a first down.
Handoff to number 0, Maureen Walker. Play results and a first down. 1st and 10 from the Indians' 46-yard line.
So the Red Devils have crossed midfield. And a handoff up the middle to Jamari Williams. He gets ankle tackled, but still gets 3 yards.
Handoff
after
number 22, Jamari Williams.
The initial contact
5,
hit him
Derek
just behind the
Brinson.
line of scrimmage.
Will be 2nd down and 7. Once again, Tawahi Nation, it's time to make some noise for your defense.
Red Devils come out in their wing T and hand off to Bryson Willis on the left-hand side, who is weaving through defenders, picks up a gain of
Bryson Willis
about
on
20
the carry.
to pick up another Red Devil first down.
The play results in a first down. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
Handoff up the middle to Jamari Williams. Somehow gets 5 yards. It's just play that's almost good for 5 every time you call it. Reminds me of the runs of Tyrone Robinson back in the Wishbone era in '99, where fullback dive was almost an automatic 5. And Bryson Willis, one guy away from really breaking that counter again. But a gain of 3 yards is going to make it 3rd and short.
And up to number 16, Kyron Penny, brought down by number 16 for the Indians,
The Red Devils really working the 4-minute offense right now.
Nation, it's 3rd down. Let's make
3rd
some
and short with
noise
1
for
minute,
your
30
defense.
seconds left in the first half of football. The Red Devils trying to extend the lead to 2 possessions. And play will be stopped. Red Devils are taking their second timeout of the first half.
Timeout, Fort White.
Oh, Fort White took the timeout, excuse me.
Fort White High School would like to send a special thank you to Santa Fe Ford for their continued support of Fort White football. A special thank you to Bars Plumbing for being a primary sponsor for Fort White football. Contact Bars Plumbing for all your plumbing needs. Another reminder that drawings are taking place at the Hope Concession Stand.
Now, boys and girls, I think the extra pair of pants are getting slipped on during the second half here.
3rd down and 3, Indians.
Williston lines up in single wing. And there is a fault, or excuse me, not a false start, but an offside penalty is going to get the Red Devils 5 yards and a first down.
Called against the Indians.
That single wing, when it always comes down and gets set.
Down for the Red Devils.
When you had an offensive line that's just pushing, it's way dead ahead as soon as they move a little bit. Sometimes you just get a little antsy. But Jamari's back in the single wing still. Takes a handoff and has a host of blockers to the left-hand side, and he's in for 6.
Flag on the play.
But there's a flag on the play. I did not see what the penalty was
against the Red Devils.
All right. So take the 6 off the board. Mark off 10 yards and run another play.
Ten-yard penalty to repeat first down.
Murray takes the handoff up the middle and gets back all of the 10 yards from the penalty.
Direct
plus a little extra.
Number 22, Jamari Williams. That'll bring 2nd down and 8.
Call it 12 yards for 2nd down and 8, like the PA announcer said. If it's working, keep doing it. Jamari takes it up the left-hand side. Another flag is thrown.
Flag on the play.
And it's another hold.
Holding against the Red Devils. The penalty will move the ball back to the 17-yard line. Repeat 2nd down. All right, Chihuahua Nation, it's time to make some
So we're looking at about 2nd and 16. After we've run a bunch of different plays in different ways, only for it to have one down that's counted. And the Red Devils are going to take their 2nd timeout of the first half.
Tonight's second quarter sponsors include Brian Zecker Construction and Missy Zecker of Remax Professionals. Both companies are proud sponsors of our Fort White High School football program.
All right, Red Devils with split backs, twin receivers out to the right, and a toss sweep to the right.
Amari Walker brought down by number 5, Darian Brinson.
All right.
Timeout,
Timeout's
Williston.
been called by Williston. I'm just letting the time match the clock here in the stadium. It is 3rd down and 12 with 15 seconds remaining on the clock.
All right, YV Nation. 3rd down and 12. It's time to make some noise.
As far as I know, the Red Devils are out of timeouts, if I've kept track of everything correctly. 3rd and 12. Mr. Jazikoff rolls out, throws a pass to the corner, and it is incomplete.
Pass intended to number 0, Amari Walker, falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Field goal unit comes on with Mr. Gagne and the rest of the special teams. We're going to try to extend this lead to 11 before the end of the first half. Kick is up. It looked good from here, but it's no good.
The kick is no good.
Must have gone just a little to the right of the right upright. He kicked it above the upright, so it was hard to see from here. So I have a feeling from the angle we just couldn't see underneath it.
And that is the end of the second quarter.
The end of the
After
first
2
half,
quarters of play, this Williston
with the missed
14,
field goal, Williston's only
Fort
going to have an
White
8-point
6.
lead going into the second half of play.
Here comes the hustle. Our game ball tonight is brought to us by Wilson Sporting Goods.
Mr. Scott, thank you for some updates. I'm going to share them with the rest of the stream. Madison County is beating Bluntstown right now, 22-6 at Boot Hill.
An unwavering commitment to the game. Their dedication
Union County High School
fuels the game of football on high
is
school
beating the
fields
Pahokee
and
Blue
professional
Devils
stadiums
22-0.
nationwide. From our hands to
Hawthorne
yours,
is
the
beating the
Wilson
Hornets
GSD
of
football.
Lafayette
Play
from
what the pros play.
23-0. Buchholz is currently beating Pace 10-7. Denellen is tied up with Bishop Moore 7-7. So there's a lot of local football going on. So thank you, Mr. Downs, for sharing some of that. Thank you, Mr. Scott.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field is the Fort White Warrior Band. The Warrior Band will be presenting their 2024 program, Temporary, How Difficult Seasons Help Us Grow. With this show, the Warrior Band earned straight superior ratings at their marching MPA for the first time since 2005. Let's give our students a hand for this amazing accomplishment.
All right, we'll make sure to have it
Their
on the
performance
band
tonight will
during
include
the
music from modern artists. Good for
halftime.
You by Olivia Rodrigo, Graveyard by Halsey, Bad Guy by Billie Eilish, and Viva La Vida by Coldplay. The Warrior Band would like to thank their principal, Jonathan Jordan, and assistant principals, Nicole Bailey, Don Hakey, and Rex Cannon for their continued support of the Fort White Band program. The band director is under the direction of David Harris. The color guard is under the direction of Christy Ayers. As the band nears the front of the field, the announcer will say, tonight's performance will be under the direction of drum majors Atari McCarthy, Anna Grace Ayers, and Aurora Sykes. Drum major, is your band ready? You may begin your show.
All right, as the halftime show is getting started, we wanted to say that for the latest
Temporary.
official news about
It's
Florida
hard for
high
us to
school
recognize
sports,
the food we
including
make during games
results
until
of all
something happens
rounds
to
of
it
the
right then.
2024
Sometimes
FHSAA
we need to
football
see things in
championships,
hindsight to really
visit
appreciate their significance. It
FHSAA.com, the
includes
official
size and
website
emotion,
of
food
the
help us to
Florida High
grow and
School
live complete
Athletic
other lives.
Association. That's
Take, for example, the time I felt down
www.fhsaa.com.
by someone I love.
Catch live and on-demand
It was
postseason
painful to
coverage of
recover
Florida
after
high school
hearing the
sports at
betrayal from family. And I came to realize that betrayal
www.nfhsnetwork.com.
doesn't last forever.
Brought to you
It
by the
actually helps us to find a
NFHS
tribe that we can
Networking,
trust.
official online partner of the FHSAA.
Right? It really hits you hard when your mind makes you think that nothing lasts and nothing matters. Depression feels like a constant dark cloud that never runs out of rain. When I isolated myself, I realized I wasn't strong enough to do this on my own. But when I cried out for help, someone helped me realize that sorrow doesn't last forever. The darkness that sorrow brings can actually help us to move through life. And we don't have to suffer alone. Our tribe, we are shorter than crying.
Temporary. The illusion of having it all together faded away as soon as I was behind closed doors. I wanted to look strong for everyone around me, but inside, I constantly doubted myself and my worth. It took someone genuinely caring if I was really okay for me to take off my mask and admit that I could see value in everything for myself. Comparison was stealing my joy, but my tribe helped me to see that I am loved and needed. Insecurity doesn't last forever, and when it's dealt with, it helps us to stop acting like someone we're not. Temporary. The fact that life is temporary is no surprise to us. It's a harsh reality. The worry van knows it well. In the last 2 years at Fort White, everything from car crashes to cancer have left us broken heart. But life's temporary nature has reminded me that, for better or for worse, I will leave a mark on this world. Those that I've loved and lost have left me something priceless, a legacy worth cherishing and honoring. That's something I want to leave too, but I probably wouldn't know that about myself if they hadn't shown me how to do it well. So no, this life doesn't last forever, but we can leave a legacy, so it will.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 2025 edition of the Fort White High School Warrior Band. How about a big round of applause? Champion has a ring to it. Herb Jones is the official championship partner of the Florida High School Athletic Association. Every season has a story. Let Herb Jones help celebrate yours with an official championship ring. Visit champsforever.com to learn more. The winner of this game advances to next week's state semifinal game, where it will face the winner of the game between the number 9 Lafayette High School and number 1 Hawthorne Hornets. Check FHSAA.com for the site and time of this game. Hawaii Nation, you still have an opportunity to visit the home concession stand area to purchase your raffle ticket for a chance at a 36-inch Blackstone griddle. Drawing will take place during the third quarter. While you're there, also check into your opportunity for a raffle chance at a new car. That's half now. At this time, we'd like to recognize two very special group of young ladies. First, our 2024-2025 varsity cheer roster. That includes Celia Davis, Malia Enfield, Hayden Obemeyer, Aubrey Dees, Bailey Caines, Zoe Cook, Madison Kuhn, Gabriella Glover, Ellie Adams, Captain Ashley Gambroni, Captain Haley Williams, Trinity Roman, Gianna Casola, Jacqueline Starling, Ansley Cruz, co-captain Bailey Byrne, Kylie Jacobson, co-captain Emmy Jenkins, Gabriela Serrano, Sarah Hakey, and co-captain Mia Burrell. A big round of applause for these young ladies and their effort throughout the entire football season. Another group we'd like to recognize is the Fort White High School dance team. They are coached by Miss Mia London. They include senior Alyssa Jones, senior Erica Minter, Janiyah Smith, Ariel Legree, Mary Cannon, Tanaya Gillis, and Jaslyn Williams. Again, a round of applause for this group of young ladies and their extreme effort throughout this entire season.
All right. We're getting close to start of the second half here in Fort White. Thank you, Mr. Scott, for the update on the Trenton Baker game where Trenton is up 12-0. They are attempting to win the Florida Invitational tournament on the rural side of the bracket there. Newberry is currently leading Stark, the Bradford Tornadoes, 13-6. Thank you, Miss James, for the update there. Plenty of big football happening all around us right now. And besides our sponsors that have helped bring you this broadcast, the FHSAA would like to recognize its corporate partners who help make the FHSAA football championships possible. Team IP, the official merchandising company of the FHSAA. Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Max Preps for the official scores and statistics of the FHSAA, GoFan, the official online ticket provider of the FHSAA, Herb Jones, the official championship ring partner of the FHSAA, the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA, and Wilson, provider of the official game ball for the 2024
Tulane Nation would like to take this
FHSAA Football
opportunity to welcome a
Championships.
special guest to tonight's game. We'd like to welcome the new superintendent of schools of Columbia County, Mr. Keith Cooey. Big round of applause for Mr. Cooey.
We're close to the start of the third quarter, where we will pick up the Williston Red Devils taking on the Fort White Indians. Williston is currently winning 14-6. Where a couple of the highlights for the Red Devils include the opening kickoff return for a touchdown, an interception, and numerous big runs. Fort White scored their touchdown on a over 50-yard wide receiver screen that went for a touchdown. Fort White was able to keep the lead from extending to 11 at the end of the first half by forcing a field goal that ended up going wide right. Fort White will get the ball to start the second half after the Red Devils receive the opening kickoff. Before we get started with the second half, if any of you know any of the fans in the stands over there for Williston, tag them in the comments and say thank you for coming and cheering on the boys. They've paid money to help support the football team here at the gate, and also made the little bit over an hour drive from Williston to Fort White, and are braving the cold. I am cold. This is a cold night for Florida. But it's a great night for football, and it's a great night to start the second half, where the defense can come
As
out
we
and pop
begin the
some
second half,
pads
the Indians will
as the
receive.
Indians attempt to cut the lead down,
Back deep for the Indians, number 8,
or
Jay
even
Jackson,
up the
number
score.
28, Tegan Bell. Kicking off for the Red Devils, number 9, Ryan Gagg.
Mr. Gagne boots it down to almost the goal line. Fort White takes the opening kickoff out across the 40 and goes out of bounds.
Jackson takes the kickoff. Flag on the play.
The flag on the play is a hold
Holding against the
against the
Indians.
Indians on the return. This could be a costly penalty for the Indians in terms of field position.
Indians will
After
begin
the
on their
assessment of the
23-yard
penalty,
line.
instead of being out across the
10.
40, the ball is marked for 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Flag on the play.
The Red Devils have 12 men on the field right now, it appears. Oh, nope. Okay, that's been waved off.
Flag is waved off. First and 10.
I think we just had some movement and motion of personnel that got him a little confused on the count. Pass is off to the flat on the left-hand side. Initial tackle is missed, but the second tackle is made after a gain of 3 yards. It will be 2nd and 7.
Jackson's pass is complete to number 17, Holstein Frazier, brought down by number 99, Javian McDonald.
That's a big first down run.
First down, Indians. Flag on the play.
Late flags are in. And it is a personal foul against the Red Devils.
Personal
It will
foul
add
against the Red
15
Devils.
yards to the end of the run.
That'll add 15 yards to the end of the run.
I'm looking right here, but it's on.
First and 10 from the 48-yard line.
So after the penalty, it takes Fort White across midfield, where it will be 1st and 10 from the Red Devil 48-yard line. Screen pass is set up on the left-hand side, but gains only a
Jackson's
yard.
pass complete to number 1, Mike Peterson, brought down by number 3, Giovanni Wright, for a short gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Pistol back, trips to the right, handoff up the middle. Danny Burchett comes up, fills the hole.
Hand off to Bird, brought down by number 11, Danny Burchett.
After the
That'll
initial
bring up
contact,
3rd
it still
down and
has
3.
about 3 yards to go on 3rd down. Pivotal 3rd down for Fort White on their initial possession of the second half. And it's stopped short
Jackson
of the
keeps the
1st
ball.
down on the QB keeper.
Brought down
It's
by
going to
number
be 4th
99,
and 1.
Javion Donald.
It feels
That'll
like
bring
this
up
is a
4th
spot
down.
that the Indians are going to go for it on 4th down. Indians have pistol back, trips to the right, and they run QB first. It looks like they're going to pick up just enough for the 1st down.
First down, Indians. First and 10 on the Williston 38-yard line.
Pistol back, speed option.
Jackson with
Runs
the
to the
keeper,
left-hand
brought down by
side.
number 17, Jameer Williams.
Gets out to the 31.
Gain of 8 yards. It'll be 2nd
and
down and 2.
This angle looks a little bit more like 2nd and 3. Trips to the right. Back offset to the right. QB lead. They've got numbers on the outside there. Gets turned back in, but doesn't
First down,
pick up the first down.
Jackson brought down by number 28, Noah Robinson. First and 10 from the Red Devil 27-yard line.
Shotgun snap, pass out to the flat on the left-hand side is caught. Gains a few yards.
Jackson pass complete to number 17, Sean Wolberg, brought down by number 2, Jedi Manor.
Second down and 6.
Second down and 6 for the Indians.
Pistol back, twins to each side of the formation. Handoff is faked on the read. And that's the point where
First down, Indians. Jackson brought down by number 6, Timothy Taylor.
running that handoff multiple times from
Correction
pistol
number
back
8, Maverick Jones.
meant that the pull was going to be there later on.
First and goal for the Indians.
Indians have first and goal from the 9. Handoff up the middle is stopped at or behind the line of scrimmage.
Hand off to number 0, Bird. No gains. Second and goal from the 10-yard line.
Fort White approaches the line. Second and goal. Back offset to the left. Twin receivers on each side. Sprint out to the left. Pass to the left. That's complete. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Indians.
Jackson pass is complete to number 1, Mike Peterson.
The touchdown is going to bring the Indians within 2, pending the extra point in their decision on whether to go for 1 or 2.
In for the extra point, number 27, Max Olson.
The Indians are lining up to kick the extra point. And the extra point is
extra
good.
point is good.
Fort
With
White
5 minutes, 50 seconds left to go
cuts
in
the
the
lead
third quarter.
to 1 with the
score
first
is now
possession of the
Williston
second half.
14, your Indians 13. Third quarter sponsors tonight include Napa, Ace Heating and Air Fort White, and Subway of Fort White. Fort White High School would also like to thank Cherry Hill Masonic Lodge, located in Fort White, for manning the grill on Friday nights this entire football season. Back for the Red Devils, number 0, Maureen Walker, and number 3, Giovanni Wright. Kicking off for the Indians, number 27, Max Olson.
All right, the Red Devil lead has been cut to 1 as they will take their first possession on offense in the second half. Kickoff is fielded at about the 10.
Flag on the play.
There's a flag on the kickoff.
Holding
That's
against
a
the
hold.
Red Devils.
So it's going to back up 10 yards to start that possession. This will be the worst starting field position for the Red Devils tonight.
Red Devils will begin first and 10 from their 15-yard line. All right, Hawaii Nation, let's make some noise!
Red Devils come out in their wing tee. Hand off to the left-hand side of Bryson Willis, who picks up 6. Second down and 4.
Hand off to number 12, Bryson Willis, brought down by number 5, Darian Brinson. That'll bring up second down.
This second half is brought to you by some generous sponsors who have helped us cover the media rights agreements from the FHSAA, who charge us $500 per game to bring these video broadcasts to you. So thank you to those guys. And Jamari Williams takes a handoff up the middle.
Hand off to number 22, Jamari Williams, stopped at the line by number 5, Jamarian Brinson.
Really close to a first down. And it looks like it was a first down. Just looked like he got stopped at the line because the Red Devils had reset the line of scrimmage.
Correction, the result of the play is a first down for the Red Devils.
The officials are taking the middle of the quarter water break. So I want to thank some of our title sponsors. New to week 2, we have Mr. Craig Boss, your local Florida Farm Bureau insurance agent. You also have the Levy County Prevention Coalition and the Friday Night Done Right program. Also new for round 2 of the playoffs is Twice the Ice with Miss Deborah Jones. Want to thank you guys for helping with the sponsorship of the additional round. Additionally, some of our other title sponsors, we have Mr. Frank and Nancy Etheridge, who wanted to say congratulations, Annabelle and Willie. Gator Dun Tile LLC and the Seal family, called Gator Dun Tile for all of your tiling and flooring needs. You also have John and Lisa Jazikoff, who wanted to say congrats to their grandson, the QB for the Red Devils, who just pitched it to Jamari Williams, who picks up 8 yards, and it's going to be second down for the Red Devils.
Flag on the play. Personal foul against the Indians.
Personal foul penalty added on to the end of the run is going to be enough for a Red Devil first down.
The penalty is 15 yards. Red Devils will be first and 10 on the 48-yard line.
Red Devils are just shy of midfield. I thought Jamari had gotten stopped close to the line of scrimmage,
Jazikoff
but
hands off to
instead
number 22, Jamari Williams.
he picks up enough
The
yardage
play
for a
results in
first
a
down.
first down for the Red Devils. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Indian 37-yard line.
Besides Gator Dun Tile, you also have Capital City Banking Group with Mr. Todd Etheridge. Thank you, sir.
Mari
You also
Walker
have
on the
myself,
carry,
Edward
brought down
Jones,
by
financial
host of
advisor,
Indians.
Robert Mack.
It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Counter handoff to Bryson Willis goes for first down yardage.
Jazikoff hands off to number 12, Bryson Willis. The play is enough for a first down. It'll be first
Red
and
Devils
10
are attempting
from
to
the
answer the
Indian
opening drive
27-yard line.
touchdown by the Indians with a touchdown drive of their own. Handoff up the middle. Jamari breaks free, and another flag is thrown in the middle of
Flag on
the
the
offensive
play.
line. While the referees are figuring out the call and the spot, want to give a shout out to a couple of our shout out sponsors like Timmy Kane and his farrier service. Says go Big Red, and he also can't wait for the hardwood version of the Red Devils to try to make it 3 state straight titles. You also have Judge Joe Smith. Appreciate you, sir. And he wanted to give a shout out to all his fellow Knoll fans that are also Red Devils. You also have Mr. Brandon Kendall and his family. Wanted to give a shout out to his wife, Carson. Said, thank you, honey, and go Big Red. If you want to have a shout out on stream, DM me and hit me up on Venmo, and it's $25 to get your own shout outs mentioned during the Red Devil games. And if you happen to want to include that shout out in the next game, if we're going to end up pulling this one out and have it during the regional final. Also, you can find the Facebook links and pages for the teams that are, or excuse me, for the sponsors and the YouTube description and in the Facebook descriptions. So please go give them a like and follow.
The result of the penalty is a first down for the Red Devils.
The Red Devils are taking their first timeout of the second half.
Hey fans, it's your team. It's your time. So why not save time and avoid the hassle of waiting in line? No need for cash. Buy your tickets online at gofan.com. That's gofan.com. GoFan is the official online ticketing provider of the FHSAA.
All right, during our little break in the action, we want to remind you that you are watching the 2024 FHSAA Football Regional Final
A
on
special
Williston
thank you to
Sports
Bars
Station.
Plumbing for being a primary sponsor for Fort White football. Contact Bars
And
Plumbing
that for
all
the
your
latest
plumbing
official
needs.
news about Florida
Fort
high
White
school
High School
sports,
would
including
also like to
results
thank
of
Cherry
all
Hill
rounds in
Masonic
the
Lodge,
2024
located in Fort White,
FHSAA
for
football
manning the grill
championships,
on
visit
Friday night this entire football
FHSAA.com,
season.
the official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association.
Third quarter
That's
sponsors tonight include Napa, Case Heating and Air, Fort White,
www.fhsaa.com.
and Subway
Catch
of Fort
live
White.
and on-demand postseason coverage of Florida high school sports at www.nfhsnetwork.com. Brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA. All right, after the penalty yardage has been assessed, Williston hands it off the left-hand side. I believe that was Amarian Walker.
Hand off to number 16.
Or no, that was Mr.
Kyrie
Penny. He picks up enough yardage to get it to second and short.
Indians, that'll bring up second down. The ball will be placed on the 10-yard line.
Single wing football, Jamari Williams straight up the middle. He's real close to 6.
Williams on the keeper, stop short of
It's
the goal
going
line.
to be marked down at about the half-yard
Right,
line, where it's going to be first and goal.
Get up and make some play. First and goal from the 1-yard line.
And finish it off with Jamari Williams for 6.
Jazikoff hands off to number 22, Jamari Williams. Play results in a Williston touchdown.
So Williston answers the touchdown at the opening drive of the second half of the Indians with an opening drive touchdown of their own.
For the extra point.
Both the Indians and the Red Devils burn off almost half a quarter each. So there is 1 minute, 31 seconds left in the third quarter. The extra point is up and good. Williston extends the lead back to 8 points. And seeing kicking like that makes me think that one of our title sponsors is proud. Former kicker in college, Craig Bossbier, local Florida Farm Bureau insurance agent in Williston. Feel free to go up and talk to him about all your property and casualty insurance needs.
The winner of this game advances
Heck,
to
I've even
next
been
week's
sending them
state
people from
semifinal
across
game,
the state
where
to
we'll face the
talk
winner
to
of
them
the game
because of
between Lafayette and Hawthorne.
insurance rates
Check
across the state of Florida.
FHSAA.com for the site and time of this game.
So before he was a sponsor, he was a good insurance agent too. If you happen to have some tiling and flooring needs, make sure to call Gator Dunn Tile and the Seal family for any of your long-term financial needs. See Edward Jones financial advisor Robert Mack.
Deep is Jackson and Bell.
We also have another title sponsor for your local banking needs with Capital City Banking Group, Mr. Todd Etheridge. Every time I fill up my cooler of ice, I go see Miss Deborah Jones Twice the Ice right there next to the Junction Tavern on 121. And Mr. Gagne boots it deep. It's fielded. He looked like he stepped into the end zone, which should have been a touchback, but doesn't get much outside the
flag on the play.
20. And there's a lot of extracurricular activity going on right there.
Jackson's brought
I
down by
forgot
number
to
15,
take
Willie
that off
White.
there. And Frank and Nancy Etheridge are probably real proud of the tackle being made on the play by Mr. Willie Whitehurst. And I'm sure Annabelle was on the sidelines cheering for it as well. Just like some of our other title sponsors, the grandparents of starting quarterback John Jazikoff, also John and Lisa Jazikoff. Personal foul against Williston. Personal foul against Fort White.
Personal foul.
Penalties will
against
offset,
Williston.
and it'll be
Personal
first
foul
and 10
against
at
Fort
the
White.
22-yard line for Fort White.
Penalties will offset. It'll be first and 10 from the 22-yard line.
1 minute, 25 seconds left in the third quarter. This is a big possession for both the Indian offense and the Williston defense. Depending on the results of this possession, it could end up setting up a fourth quarter showdown, or the Indians needing to press to try to catch up. But we've got a end around that is going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Jackson hands off to number 11.
Loss of
Gavin
1,
Peterson,
second
brought
and
down
11.
by number 99, Javion Donald. It'll be second down and 11.
Indians have the play clock running against them. There's 5 seconds on it. They get the snap off. They're trying to get a pass off. Indians complete the ball deep down the field. Get out across midfield to the 30.
To number 11, Gavin
There's a flag on the
Peterson.
sideline, but it looked
Flag
like
on
it
the
came
play.
in after the play.
Sideline infraction against the Indians.
Okay, so not a sideline warning, it's a sideline infraction. Not used to that call much, so that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Since it's a dead ball foul,
5-yard penalty.
that's
added
going to
to
be
the end
first
of the
and 15.
run. It'll be first and 10 for the Indians on the 36-yard line.
Okay, never mind. They're saying it's first and 10, and the sideline crew is getting adjusted. My bad. Trips to the left, back offset to the right. Oh, now back in pistol. Handoff up the middle is stopped for a loss
Jackson
of
hands
1.
off the bird.
And that's going to be the last play of
Brought
the
down
third
behind the
quarter.
line of scrimmage. Brought down by number 6,
The
Timothy
start of
Taylor
the
Jr.
fourth quarter is going to start with
And that
a
will bring the
21
end of the
to
third
13
quarter.
lead. Williston
After
over
3/4
Fort
of play,
White.
it is Williston 21, Fort White 13. The Florida High School Athletic Association recognizes its corporate partners who help make the FHSAA football championships possible. Team
of
IP,
fourth
the
quarter.
official merchandising company of the FHSAA. Gatorade, Thirst Quencher. Max Preps, official scores and statistics of the FHSAA. GoFan, official online ticket provider of the FHSAA. The NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA. Irv Jones, the official championship ring partner of the FHSAA. And Wilson, provider of the official game ball for the 2024 FHSAA Football Championships. All right, Tawahi Nation, tonight's winner of the 36-inch Blackstone Griddle is Rocky Ford. Please make your way down to the home concession area to receive your prize. As we begin the fourth quarter, second down from Williston 37-yard line. Jackson's pass complete to number 1, Mike Peterson. The loss of 5 will bring up 3rd and 15 for the Indians.
All right, big third down for the Red Devil defense and the Indian offense. And he is sacked behind the line of scrimmage.
Jackson
loss
brought down by
of
number 6, Timothy
6.
Taylor Jr. That'll bring up 4th down.
It's going to be 4th and long with the punt squad coming
Into
out
punt
for the
Indians,
Indians.
number 27, Max A. Olson.
Punt is fielded inside the 15-yard line
Receiving
on
the
a
punt,
fair
number
catch
3,
by
Giovanni Wright.
Mr. Wright.
Williston will begin 1st and 10 on their 12-yard line.
They will take their second possession of the second half and attempt to extend the lead to 2 scores. Where the second
Flag on the
possession of
play.
the second half for the Indians resulted in a punt. And we're looking at a flag on the field and discussion here. There's a taunting penalty against
Unsportsmanlike
the
conduct called against
Red
Williston.
Devils. That's going to mark it half the distance to the goal line from their current spot, and it will still be 1st down.
Penalty results in half the distance to the goal. That'll move Williston
Ball will be
back
placed
to
on
the
the 6-yard line, 1st and 10.
All right, Tawahi Nation, let's make some noise.
Red Devils come out with twins to the left, 2 backs in the backfield, and a big run up the middle by Jamari Williams, who's going to get it all the way out to the 26-yard line for a gain of 20.
Hand off to 22, Jamari Williams. Brought down by number 16, Deshaun Lally. Play results in a 1st down for the Red Devils. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line.
The run by Mr. Williams giving the Red Devil offense some breathing room off of their end zone. Twin backs in the wing tee. Handoff to Bryson Willis on the right side. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage and
Jazikoff
still
hands off
ekes
to
out a
number
short
12,
game.
Bryson Willis. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Looks like we've got some updates on
Correct.
scores
2nd
where
and
Buchholz and
8.
Pensacola Pace are tied at 24. Orlando Bishop Moore has come out to a 17-point lead against Dunellen, 24-7. Madison County is currently beating Bluntstown 35-6. Hawthorne is currently winning the Battle of Hornets 30-7. But Jamari Williams is winning the Battle of Wills in the middle of the offense by getting a first down on that carry. Gosh. Red Devil offense comes up the line in the wing tee and another handoff up the middle where he drives ahead for 5. 2nd and 5.
Again on the carry. Tackled by a host of Indians.
They're now the Williston offense, besides getting yardage and first downs, is also taking up valuable time on the clock. Where going up an additional possession late in the game will almost put it out of reach. Handoff up the middle to Mr. Walker goes for another 3 yards. It will be 3rd down and 2. Oh, that was Maverick Jones. Sorry, I misread the number there.
That'll bring up 3rd down. Let's get on your feet, Hawaii Nation, and make some noise.
Handoff up the middle to Mr. Williams, who's hit at the line of scrimmage and actually dropped for a gain of only 1. It will be 4th down and 1, close to midfield.
With the carry brought up short of the first down. 4th down.
This feels like one of those spots where you go for the first down because the analytics tell you to, and
4th and 2 for the Red
feel
Devils.
of it tells you to. I'd like to see them use a little bit more clock on that, but if you get the first down, it doesn't really matter. And that's a big jump off sides by the Indians.
Offsides against the Indians. 5-yard penalty will move the ball to the Indian 49-yard line.
A brilliant
First
call
and 10
by
for Williston.
Offensive coaching staff of Williston has them change up the snap count and draw Fort White offsides. Counterplay gets hit in the backfield, but manages to get an extra couple of yards.
Corey Walker with the carry. Gain of 5 yards will be 2nd and 5.
Looks like the coaching staff is telling them to hold in the huddle for just a little bit. Wing back to the left. Handoff up the middle. And Jamari keeps the legs moving and moving and moving.
Hand on to number 22, Jamari Williams. The play results in a first down for the Red Devils. Official
timeout for water break is taken.
The FHSAA encourages the more than 260,000 students participating in interscholastic athletics in its member schools to achieve their goals through hard work, perseverance, and dedication. The use of steroids, dietary supplements, and other performance enhancing substances is not the answer. Remember, nothing beats hard work.
All right. Football fans, the best games are yet to be played. Make plans to
Tonight's
attend
fourth
the
quarter is being sponsored by
2024 Florida
Gateway
High
Forest
School
Law
Football
Funeral
State
Home of
Championship
Lake City,
games.
along
The
with
intense
Stable
action takes
Foundation
place
Solutions
December
Incorporated
6th
and
for the
Raymond D.
rural
Hall,
class at the
LLC.
range at H.G.
Fort
Morse
White High School would
Stadium
like
and
to send a
December 11th
special
through
thank you
14th for
to Santa
classes
Fe
1A
for
through
their
7A
continued
at Pitbull
support
Stadium
of
at
Fort
Florida
White
International
Normal.
University in Miami. Come out and watch the best in Florida high school football play. Visit the FHSAA website at fhsaa.com
As play resumes, you'll be
for
first
more
and 10
information.
from the 32-yard line.
For the latest official news about Florida high school sports, we'll bring that information to you right after this.
Jazikoff hands off to number 12, Bryson Willis.
Including results of
short
all
gain, it'll
rounds
be
in the 2024 FHSAA football championships. Visit FHSAA.com, the official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association. That's www.fhsa.com. Catch live and on-demand postseason coverage of Florida high school sports at www.nfhsnetwork.com. Brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA. Handoff up the middle to Mr. Williams. Gains 5.
Jazikoff hands off to number 22, Jamari Williams. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
So with 3rd down and 6, staring the Red Devils in the face, this feels like it might be a opportunity for a little sprint out by Mr. Jazikoff. I'm sure his grandparents, John and Lisa, watching and one of our title sponsors, would love to see a 1st down conversion on a pass by their grandson. But we got a toss sweep to Jamari Williams, who looks like he's going to get enough for the 1st down on the corner there.
Williams on the carry, brought down by number 5, Darian Brinson. Play results in a 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line.
We're going to pause the clock on our side to let the clock get caught up here because I forgot to pause it on the right time. There we go. We're synced back up. 4.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter of this football game, with Williston threatening to go up by 2 possessions. They're within the range of Mr. Gagne's leg, but they would love to put it in for another touchdown, and Mr. Williams is going to try to make that happen. He picks up
again on the carry.
7 yards on 1st down. It will be 2nd and 3
down
with the clock
3.
running under 4 minutes. Quick shout out to our shout out sponsors, Timmy Ray Kane and Kane Farrier Services, Judge Joe Smith and his fellow Knoll fans, Brandon Kendall and his family and fellow Gator fans. Thank you for your sponsorship tonight. And looks like we may be able to give you shout outs on week 3, depending on if the NFHS decides to pick up this game against what looks like it's going to be Williston versus Hawthorne in Hawthorne. Oh, but Jamari Williams gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage. I think that's the first time I've said that in like 6 weeks.
Williams on the carry, brought down by number 34.
Because the guy always
Brandon
seems
Holly.
to win at the point of attack.
Timeout call, Fort White.
Fort White calls a timeout with 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the ball game after a big 2nd down stop.
As a reminder, fans are to stay off the field until
Once
they're
we
given
know if
the
the
okay by the
NFHS is
Fort White
picking up the
administration.
broadcast
Your
rights for
cooperation
next week,
is
we'll
appreciated.
definitely be looking for some other sponsorships that help cover the additional $500. I will also reach out to Hornet Sports Network if they're winning and see if maybe we could do a co-broadcast and make something happen there. But if you're interested in helping us cover some of those costs and bring that game, if you can't attend, obviously, right? Because we hope everybody would come to Hawthorne and see us have a chance to get to a state title game. But if you can't and you'd like to sponsor some of the stream, make sure to reach out to me at robert.mack@willistonsportstation.com, or you can DM me. If you'd like to do a shout out sponsor and just hear your shout outs on the stream with all your other Williston football fans, you can DM me as well because we can do those for as little as $25. Jamari's in the single wing to try to send this game to the house. And he does so with a big run up the middle that finishes with 6 points. Touchdown, Williston.
Bart Williams takes the direct snap. Play results in a touchdown. Flag on the play.
Didn't see what that flag might have been for.
Big round of applause for number 11, Gavin Peterson.
Still haven't seen what the results of this flag are. It is a taunting unsportsmanlike conduct
called
penalty.
against the Indians.
It's most likely being enforced on the kickoff.
In for the extra point, number 9, Ryan Gay.
Good snap, good hold, and a good kick. Makes it 28-13.
Point is good.
It's a full 2-touchdown lead with at least one 2-point conversion necessary in the last 3 minutes, 8 seconds for Fort White to try to force an overtime.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty is being assessed on the kickoff. Williston will be kicking off from the Indian 45-yard line.
All right, let's check in and see if we got some other score updates. Newberry has gone up 27-6 on Bradford. Union County is beating Pahokee 22-12. Thank you, Mr. Jackson, with Jackson Sports Media LLC. And Mr. Gagne just goes ahead and boots it through the uprights on the kickoff to
Kickoff is a touchback.
bring it out to the 20 for a touchback. Guys, whatever platform you're watching on right now, if you're a Williston
Fort
fan,
White will begin
drop
first
those
and
W's
10
in
on
the
the
chat
20-yard
for
line.
Williston wins, getting those dubs. Or Williston Sports Station, where you can watch the dub get dubs. Make sure to throw those red circles on all the North Central Florida prep football chats. Share your Red Devil pride, because a trip to the Final Four is less than 4 minutes away. Twins to both sides, running back to the right. A pass is thrown deep and out of the reach of everybody.
Jackson pass is intended for number 1, Michael Peterson. Pass falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Tell you though, if that was on target, he had a good 45, 50 air yards on that with a good spiral. It was a good looking ball. Kid's got a real strong arm. But unfortunately, it was a little overthrown and in the area of 2 Williston defenders as well. So, same formation. 2nd down and 10. Red Devils are dropping back to play pass defense. And QB scrambles out of bounds.
Jackson keeps the ball. Forced out
Gets
of
enough
bounds
yardage
at the 28-yard
to
line.
maybe get the first down. No, I'm just
They'll
seeing
bring
it
up
from the
3rd
wrong
down.
angle. It's 3rd down. Let's call it 3rd and 2. So the scramble for about 8. Short pass to the flat on the right-hand side is caught.
Jackson pass to
Tackled out of
Peterson.
bounds.
Good for an Indian first down. Forced out of bounds by number 2, Jay Manna. Correction, number 3, Giovanni Wright.
Shotgun snap. Screen set up. And Danny Burchett makes a great fill.
Peterson brought down by number 11, Danny Burchett.
Keeps the screen from going more than a couple of yards. 2nd down for the Indian offense with the clock running. And they get the spike. So the clock is stopped here in the stadium at 2:24, so I'm going to stop our clock. Well, I'm going to try to stop it at 2:24, but my hands are half frozen. The weather report for next Friday looks to be much warmer. Still average Florida, quote unquote fall day. So hopefully you'll make the trip over to Hawthorne to come see the regional final, or excuse me, the state semifinal. We're in the regional final right now. My bad. Pistol back. Fumble picked up by Danny Burchett. And Danny has pretty much sealed this ball game. There's a flag on the play, but it's in the area of holding. So I would not be surprised for this penalty to be declined and for the Red Devil offense to take over and maybe get a first down and kneel it out the rest of the way. But in a game where
Personal foul against Williston.
well, fake the fumble back, put the defense back on the field. It's going to be a first down for the Fort White Indians. I'm not sure what the penalty was there, but I was assuming based on the area of the penalty and the timing of it. Maybe it was something like hands to the face or. If you saw what it was, make sure to tell me in the chat. Madison County has extended their lead on Bluntstown to 41-6.
Flag results in a 15-yard penalty. A line of scrimmage that'll move the ball down to the Williston 40-yard line. First and 10.
All right, 2 minutes, 13 seconds. That's a pass completed to the flat on the left-hand side.
Pass complete to Lacosta Bird. Brought down by number 4, Cameron Manek. Play results in an Indian first down. Timeout, Williston.
Williston takes their second timeout of the first half
Time
or
for
the second half.
being sponsored by Gateway Forest Lawn Funeral Home of Lake City, along with Stable Foundation Solutions Incorporated and Raymond D. Hall, LLC. Fort White High School would like to send a special thank you to Santa Fe Forest for their continued support of Fort White Cook.
So I want to get one more time
Fans are
mentioning our
reminded
title
to please stay
sponsors
off the
and
field until
thanking them
given
for
the okay by
bringing
the
us
Fort
the
White
broadcast
administration.
tonight.
Your
Frank and Nancy
cooperation
Etheridge,
is
who
appreciated.
wanted to make sure to congratulate a couple of their family members, Annabelle Whitehurst and Willie Whitehurst. Gator Tile LLC and the Seal family. John and Lisa Jazikoff, the Papa and Mima of starting quarterback John Jazikoff. Capital City Bank with Mr. Todd Etheridge. Twice the Ice and Deborah Jones. Mr. Craig Boss, Florida Farm Bureau insurance agent. The Levy County Prevention Coalition, who is here with their Friday Nights Done Right program. And then Edward Jones financial advisor, Robert Mack. Williston defensive line breaks through, and that is a sack by Danny Burchett, who said, if you take my fumble away, I take your yardage back.
Down by number 11, Danny Burchett.
Why is the clock is stopped currently in the stadium for some reason, and I think they're trying to figure out if that was an incomplete pass.
Play is ruled an incomplete pass. It'll be second down and 10.
I Okay, second down and 10, 1:42 left in the ball game with Fort White facing a 2-touchdown deficit, but they are inside the red zone. And they complete a pass into the middle of the field.
Jackson's pass complete to number 6, Hayden McCrory. Brought down by number 8, Maverick Jones. They'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
And Fort White
Timeout,
takes
Fort
their
White.
second timeout of the second half. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of the red circles in the chat. Thank you, guys. I see a lot of dubs for the dub. I even see some big Williston popping back up. Thank you, Mr. Sam. So is that little Red Devils on your emojis there? That's pretty awesome, man.
Play resumes 3rd and 1.
Hey, Madison County just scored again. It's 43-6 over Bluntstown. Union County's extended their lead to 28-12 as well. Shotgun snap, QB lead, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Touchdown, Indian!
The Fort White Indians. So game's not over yet, folks. Game's not over yet.
Good luck.
4-7.
Yeah, Tom, I know what I'm
Guys, I appreciate you going and jumping on to subscribe on the YouTube channel. I see we just had Shuby Coleman subscribe. Appreciate you. We also have plenty of new subscribers tonight. Remember, it's free to subscribe. This isn't like a cable station or anything. You don't pay anything to subscribe to the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything to smash that like button. And it doesn't do anything but help the channel when you have the bell for your notifications for when we upload new videos or we go live. We're hoping to expand to
Big round of
basketball
applause for
during
number
the
8,
season to bring you
Jaden
some of
Jackson.
the Red Devils on the hardwood, right, as they try to make a run towards a 3rd straight state title. We also want to be able to bring you some baseball games. If you have youth sports or middle school sports and you're a parent of a team and you got a device that you want to get a Streamlab access code to be able to stream your kids on the channel. I can't be everywhere all the time, so I'm looking for any volunteers of parents of other sports teams who might be able to set up a tripod and even a phone and just say, "Hey, let me stream it from there." So if you can contribute in any way, you can get in touch with me at robert.mack@willistonsportstation.com. You can DM me as well.
Flag on the play. Delay of game against the Indians.
All right, delay a game on the extra point attempt. Brings it back to the 8-yard line. We're going to end up with a second delay of game as they decide to change to
Flag
the
on the
extra
play.
point.
Delay of game against the Indians. Extra point attempt by number 27, Max A. Olson.
I didn't think he's allowed to play on this play right here. We just had the injury timeout inside of 2 minutes for him.
Flag on
I
the
think
play.
that's what they're determining right now.
All right, Gate shouldn't be allowed. I thought you had to stay off the floor. Not saying why.
Obviously going home.
They pulled number 8 out for injury.
Yeah, that's what it looks like the confusion was. Ref stopped the play for the
Injury timeout.
player who had the injury timeout.
Yes, in fact.
Well, when your holder gets hurt, that's a extra point is blocked.
Extra point is blocked.
That leaves the lead at 9.
There you go, Dimitri. This is wrong. Everyone single run. This is a 600,000-mile car.
Do you need your counters? What's out?
All right, a lot of conferences going on here.
I told me I would, so I see it. I said he was. I don't know where that comes from. He's like, yeah.
Looks like Fort White is set up to try to do the onside kick. And Williston has recovered. With the recovery, it looks like
onside kick is recovered by Williston.
we'll have approximately 3 kneel downs. One stopped by a timeout, and the other 2 to close out the rest of the game.
Williston will begin first and 10 on their 47-yard line.
All right, that's formation in football, victory formation. Mr. Jazikoff takes the kneel down. Play clock reset for the 40 seconds. Williston offensive line backs up and looks like they'll only need to do it one more time. Pretty much snap the ball anywhere after 40 seconds are remaining on the game clock because the play clock will still have at least a few seconds remaining. Another kneel down and 30 seconds remaining. This is a ball game, folks. Williston has made the Final Four in the rural class FHSAA football playoffs as the 13 seed, pulling the second consecutive upset, looking to try to make it 3 in a row over the Hawthorne Hornets, who are the number 1 seed, who are closing out their game with the Lafayette Hornets currently.
And that is the end of the game,
The
ladies and
Madison
gentlemen.
County
Final
Cowboys
score,
and
time
the
from
Union County
Arrowhead
Tigers
Stadium.
look to be solidifying their
Williston
matchup in the
28,
other half of the Final
Fort
Four.
White 19. Thank you for your support. Please drive home and have a happy Thanksgiving holiday.
So thanks for dropping the dubs and the red circles in the chat. Make sure you're showing them to all your Chiefland friends who happen to have to stay home for this game because, we took care of our business last week. Send them some dinner invites to the villages. And make sure that any of your other football friends that support other schools, make sure you talk your Williston smack, but talk fairly, right? Give them the benefit of the doubt because being a high school senior and losing your last game is a level of finality that, unless you've experienced it, you just don't know what it's like. I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors for making this game possible. We'll let you know within the next couple of days what the plans are for the next broadcast, whether or not the NFHS decides to preempt the rights like they did at Hawthorne tonight. If they do, then this will be the last broadcast of our season because if we make the state title game, that will also be an NFHS broadcast. So we want to thank you for a wonderful season, for our first season. Just in case we don't get to talk to you on a live broadcast again, but we'll definitely still talk Williston football. We'll have some of our high school football recaps, and we'll definitely talk about it with some basketball and everything coming up as well. So my name's Robert Mack. I appreciate you joining me. Thanks for liking and subscribing and sharing. And I hope this has been a pleasant experience where we can bring it to you again next season as we attempt to build the brand of the dub, right? Because I know we have viewers from Williston, but we're getting thousands of views from outside of the state of Florida, from outside of Williston. And when you hear Quinion drop the Williston name on football on Thursday nights and Sunday nights, and with the play he's doing, people are going to be looking at Williston in a big way. So it's time to build the brand for the kids. It's time to build the brand for the dub, and it's time to represent that red hat. So I'm signing off tonight. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys and everybody else. See you next Friday.